Get over here!
The diversion created by the Grail mercenaries allows the Laguz Alliance to slip successfully past the Daein army's blockade. Yet General Zelgius and his Central Army show no mercy and continue their relentless pursuit of the Laguz Alliance. The weakened Alliance is forced to a hard choice. They must pass through the northern edge of the Serenus Forest. From there, they will try to make their way to a hidden road that will lead them out of Benyon and back to Gallia.
I mean, if only we were allowed to pass through Goldoa, but those dragons are like, no.
Yeah, no, Goldoa doesn't want anything to do with this, and I don't blame them. So anyway, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Let's Play Radiant Dawn Chapter 8, Part 3. There's a lot going on.
Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn Part 3, Chapter 8.
And Part whatever.
Yeah,
is
Part
gonna be
1 of Part 3, Chapter 8.
Dude, guys, the naming conventions I've had to utilize for this goddamn playthrough is
It's
ridiculous.
episode 70-something.
Yes, something like that. I think it's like, we're in the 50s right now.
Oh, are we?
Somewhere around there, anyway. How are we doing for time, Janeth? They're gaining on us. Their lead force is about, let's say, 1 day off. You've got to be kidding. How did they cover so much ground since yesterday? They're definitely moving faster than we expected. At this rate, they'll catch us soon. Any ideas?
With the enemy closing in so quickly, it would be unwise to use this secret passage. If Benyon found it, it would give them an open invitation to surge across Gallia. Your king would not be pleased.
We can't expose our country to that danger. We have to think of something else. Well, if we can't start a fight in the Serenus Forest... Oh, well, we can't start a fight in the Serenus Forest. Besides the terrain disadvantage, the forest isn't fully healed, and we can't risk burning it down again. Soren, any ideas?
That's so thoughtful of them that they, don't want to hurt this forest again.
Oh, yeah, they're not Benyon.
Yeah. Our options are profoundly limited, Ike. It appears our only other choice is those caves up ahead.
Caves? Oh. Yeah, those are the Kauku Caves. We don't want to go there. It's a complex maze full of lava and ash, not exactly a place you want to rest. The legends say that through the caves, there's one exit that leads to Goldoa. Another exit leads to Gallia. Whatever the legends say, though, the fact that it's suicide to go in... No. Whatever the legends say, though, the fact is that it's suicide to go in there. We don't even have a map. However, the more you heads carry on, the closer the enemy advances on us. They're now less than a day away.
If the enemy catches up to us in this forest, we will certainly die. The caves are known to be dangerous, so Benyon may not pursue. Even the most formidable natural hazard isn't as deadly as an intelligent living enemy. We must go to the caves. Now.
Alright, Soren, I trust you. Let's move out for the caves. It's so cool just watching them deliberate all this.
Yeah, that's one thing from more recent Fire Emblem games that you don't really... Three Houses gets
Three
into
Houses
that.
does it a few times, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's kind of bogged down by the fact that it's split into five different, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it just kind of gets a little messy, but anyway.
Not that we don't like Three Houses.
We
both
love Three Houses.
Three Houses.
We love Three
That's
Houses.
just one department where Radiant Dawn still has the lead.
I agree. Are you sure? We have visual confirmation of the Laguz Alliance heading into the Kauku Caves? Yes, sir. The enemy must be desperate. Why else would they enter that forsaken death trap? We cannot go there without preparation. It would be suicide. Let's not follow them to their deaths. That ends our pursuit then. Tell the men that this mission is over.
I cannot allow you to do that, my dear General.
You're...
Oh, it's this guy.
Oh.
Okay.
Who voiced him?
I'll take him.
Okay. Senator Valtone.
Whee! You're not even a tiny bit surprised, Lord Zelgius of Kador. What a frightful boy you are. I came here in secret just to surprise you.
Oh, I am surprised indeed. What would bring a senator of your station to a place like this? Do you bring new orders?
Oh yes, I'm here to deliver a decision handed down by the Senate.
I'm getting Gangrel vibes from this guy.
He laughs like Kefka.
Yeah.
In its wisdom, the Senate has appointed me Commander-in-Chief of the Imperial Army. From this moment on, this army is mine.
Oh, this is bad news. I see. Then I am at your command. Your orders, Commander.
Oh, you are ever so serious. You haven't changed one bit, Zelgius. One of these days, I will catch you off guard. Well, I suppose that impassive phase of yours is just part of your charm.
Senator Valtome, your orders.
Oh, yes, orders. Well, this battle is taking far too long for my taste. We will pull back and conquer Gallia by taking a different path.
I see. Then I shall inform my men.
The Northern Force will stay here. Tell them to go inside the caves and search for bodies of dead subhumans or something.
What? Sending them into those caves is the same as sending them to the gallows. I implore you to reconsider, Commander.
I gave my orders, did I not? Get those men in those caves right this minute. And, Zelgius, never question my orders again, or I'll have you killed. Is that clear? Besides, you should be happy. You're coming with me to finally wipe out those beasts. Come along now.
He's not happy about this, and I don't think anyone would be. Valtome is a character.
Yeah, he's very like, oh, this is fun, until he's like, by the way, I'll kill you.
What are some other characters like that? Freaking Awakening, Excellus. Excellus was a lot like that.
Yeah.
In Fates it was Iago.
Yeah.
Those kinds of characters that have, like, this very, like, showmanship type of, like, flourish, like, about their speech and their, like, mannerisms until suddenly everything comes crashing down and they're like, cowering toads.
Like, Valtome is the, like, killer clown of the Senate.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Funny enough, like, I kind of feel insulted by Valtome because he does laugh like Kefka, like, you know, the... The thing is, there's another Fire Emblem character that laughs like that, and I fucking love him, and it's Legion.
He does, but I feel like it doesn't sound like that one. He's doing more the Dio, like...
Yeah.
We shall be right back, sis.
How are the injured holding up?
They're exhausted. Some are so bad off they can't even get up the energy to transform. The young wounded soldiers have been taking turns carrying the injured.
That's a good idea. Maybe I'll carry one or two on my back once we enter the caves.
Hey, you're hurt too. Be careful you don't strain yourself and cause permanent injury, alright?
Hurt? Do I look like I've been wounded?
Skrimir, you're standing in a pool of your own blood. Tell me the truth, it hurts to even stand, right?
A little. Do the others know?
No. None of our soldiers do. But I'm sure King Tabarn and Ike both know.
Good. Our soldiers shouldn't know. I have to be their role model. They'll see that I've been wounded yet continue to fight. Maybe that will help them carry on.
Skrimir. Okay, major respect to Skrimir for that one.
We're getting some, like, light Skrimir character development.
I like it.
Liar, come on. You have to stop sulking. Don't talk to me. I hate you, Leaf. That's too bad, because I like you. Liar! I'm only hard on you because I worry about you and I want you to stay safe. Why did you even become a soldier? You used to hate fighting. Was it because of Ronolf? That was one reason, I guess. There were other reasons? Yeah, I wanted to stay with you. Does that mean you'll start talking to me again? Yeah. Even though you drive me crazy, you're still my sister. I'm glad. Here, take this as a token of apology. What is it? It's a dot scroll. I thought it'd be perfect for someone as scary as you. What? Say that again, I dare you! Ah! Leaf's mad at me again! Stop being mean to me! I'm the mean one?
Aw, that's adorable.
Okay.
Which, by the way, since we were talking about Leaf and Liar here, clarification from a couple of episodes ago, if Zyhark talked to Leaf and Mordecai during the chapter we were actually fighting the Lagoos, the opposite would happen.
Yeah, Zyhark would immediately dessert.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy about. That makes way more sense.
Yeah, I was like, how the heck would he convince Leaf and Mordecai to switch forces? It was kind of like that Jill scenario if she talked to her dad in the past game.
Yeah.
So yeah. Thank you for clarifying that, whoever said that in the comments.
Yep.
Several people did.
Inside the Calcu Caves.
Oh, hi, Septimus.
Who's this guy again? What?
Was it you or was it?
I think it was me.
Yeah, it was you. I was the other guy.
Yeah, this was the same guy who he was.
He
a chapter
ran.
ago. Yeah. What? Why do I always get stuck with these awful missions? I should have curried favor with General Selgius. I like how we both started at the same voice that we both did. I'm like, whoa!
Oh yeah.
Then perhaps I wouldn't have had to step into these ghastly caves.
Hey, Ike, we have company. Seems that way. What kind of numbers are we looking at? I can't see through all this smoke and heat.
It's just like Soren said, a token force.
As far as I can tell, Zelgius isn't leading them. That helps things. We have to keep the enemy away from Skramir and the others while they look for an exit. Let's proceed as planned. We have enough people here to deal with these clowns. Everyone ready?
We're set. Let's finish this and get out of here. I love how confident Ike has become since the past game.
Yeah.
I remember I remember the defense chapter, he's like, they have no idea what they're dealing with, and here he's calling these guys clowns.
Yeah.
I love Ike's, bravado now.
Yeah.
Which, actually...
because it's earned. We
It
watched him
really
earn
is. And that's actually going to lead into something that I want to talk about later that is actually kind of cool. But first, let's choose our units here. Just going to go to the reposition and check what we got. Oh boy, a lot of armored units. And it seems like we only really have one path to go, so this is basically just a route chapter.
Yep. Now, any darkened space, if a unit ends their turn there, they will be hit for fire damage.
Uh-huh. These darkened spaces, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
The more darkened spaces are impassable.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so yeah, these clowns over here seems like we can bait them by putting, Nephany here, and everyone else I think can take the southern path, and we can start dealing with these guys. Or, I'm thinking we want to maybe keep our force united instead of splitting them. Especially because we have a small force here.
Yeah.
Alright, let's choose our units. Flyers are going to be super freaking useful here. So, Har and Jill.
Yeah, I mean, we recruited her, so we might
as well use her. We might as well use her. A lot of people were, skeptical of us, recruiting Jill in the last chapter because, we took her away from the Dawn Brigade, but what's done is done. We'll deal with the consequences later on that one.
There is one chapter which is going to be harder now because Micaiah doesn't have Jill, but to get everything we needed to for the ending scenes, we recruited Jill out of necessity.
Yeah. Additionally, I believe we're going to be getting a couple of other units back in the next Dawn Brigade chapter that'll help us out. That'll help fill that gap.
I think so, yeah.
I think. I could be wrong, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, that'll be rough. But...
In the meantime, another flyer, Rayson, you're in. Rayson's just useful here.
Yeah.
We're gonna need, I think we can use our main force here. We
need some strong frontliners.
Nephany and Boyd. I say we bring Mia as well. Yeah, that gives us a sword, axe, and lance.
What do you think of Gatry?
I'm thinking Gatry, actually.
Let's bring him back into the fray. Additionally, we need some magic, Soren.
We need a healer.
We need a healer. I'm gonna prefer Mist.
Yeah.
We just leveled up Reese a little. Bless
me.
you. We just leveled up Reese a little bit. I kind of want to bring him along, but that would mean benching one of these guys. What are you thinking?
Well, between Nefni, Void, and Gatry, right now we have 3 frontliners. 5 if you count Ike and Runoff.
Mm-hmm.
Which is enough frontliners.
Because another character that I was thinking of bringing along, because she's close to 3rd tier, is Titania.
Yeah, Titania might be the surprise...
Titania
might be the surprise champion of this game.
She didn't participate in the last chapter, but Titania has been proving very effectively.
Yeah.
I kind of want to bring her along. So I'm thinking... Okay, hear me out on this. We bench Race in this chapter. And we bring in Titania and Reese.
Okay. If it were me, I would bench Mia instead of Racing, but...
I kind of want to keep Mia, particularly... Again, I kind of want to just use her. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to skirt around that. I just really want to use her. And at the same time, like... Aside from her, the only other sword guy we have is Ike.
Yeah, and I guess we should start to pump the brakes on Ike.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, he still has the Blossom skill, which is lowering his, experience gain. But as he's proven last chapter, we need him.
Yeah.
Like, we need him.
Okay, that's a good point about having another sword unit.
Mm-hmm. So, I think this is our team for now. I'm okay with benching Raisin for 1 chapter, especially in a chapter that doesn't have as many units to utilize.
Okay. I'm good with this loadout.
Yeah, so let's actually put our let's put our flyers over here, because what I want to do for this quick force, I'm gonna have Nefany take the front on that.
One thing we're struggling with behind the scenes right now is that we're very low on money.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of supplies, which is why, we only have Titania equipped with 2 axes. We're struggling a bit here. We actually might be able to trade a couple things from Har and Jill over to Titania, actually, now that I think about it. Boyd's still decent, but he doesn't have a ranged weapon, which is a problem. Yeah, we're kind of struggling a little bit in regards to supplies.
Jill has a bunch of ranged weapons. Do you want to trade with Boyd?
I'm actually thinking that, yeah. Where are you? Jill. Jill has a short axe and a hand axe. Like, the hand axe is about to run out.
By a bunch, I guess I mean 2, but... Why don't you give Boyd the short axe? Because Jill at least has the Kanto ability to get in and out.
That is a great point. Let's do that. And as for Titania, Har, give her that damage steel axe you have. At least she can get a few more uses out of that, and it'll give her a bit more of a cushion in regards to weapon maintenance. From there, I think it's just a matter of going forward, man. I think this is the best we can do right now. Gatry, you're running out of things as well, but you've proven to be able to hold the line pretty fine. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oscar. Give him that steel lance, just to give him something else. Yeah, we're kind of shying away from using Oscar, which makes me a little bit sad, but, that's kind of the nature of this game. We get so many people at our disposal.
Yeah.
Some are inevitably going to be benched. Alright, I think I'm ready.
Yep.
Let's do this.
So not counting the Lagoos,
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's not that the ground erupts, it's that rocks fall on those specific spots over and over again for some reason.
I'm glad they showed us that before, we decided to, start moving forward. I'm a little sad that we're not hearing, Eternal Bond anymore, but, that's to be expected a little bit. How far can you go? Ooh, okay. I think I see how we can do this. So,
Yeah, so this is the, lava chapter.
Yeah, pretty much.
All Fire Emblem
every Fire Emblem game has to have at least one.
Path of Radiance didn't because it was saving it for this game.
Alright, I'm actually going to put, Yeah, just making sure that there's no other surprises here. Do any of these mages have any sort of long-range tones? It doesn't look like we do. We got a couple of like
druids,
shamans, and druids here. Hot damn. Pulling out the big guns on that one. But yeah, I don't think any of these enemy units have any ranged threats. Alright, so, yeah, let's put Mia over here so she can proc that one general. Let's go with the Wodao, why not? And this general can't reach her. You have a Great Lance, so that's gonna be Boyd's job. Yes, perfect. Where's Boyd? There he is. Right next to her with the Dryad Axe. Yeah, let's go with the Dryad Axe. I'm gonna put Nephany right here in this corner so she can block that space off. Can you reach anywhere? Let's actually put her here.
Yeah,
rock them both. Why
not?
Take both of them. Yeah. And there we go. Clears up that space.
Yeah, get Jill somewhere in like the middle, I think. Yeah, you can just go for the attack.
Actually, no. I want to save charges on that hand axe.
Why don't you put her into that pocket between the two death zones, and then we can
because we can't move there.
No, I mean just to the left of that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna move everyone there.
Because, yeah, then the flyers will be able to like, from there, keep going out attacking and cantoing back.
Agreed. All right, so let's go ahead and move everyone here. And before I forget.
Could you fight with me? If we team up, we'll be stronger collectively in battle.
Sure. Let's stick together. There's power in numbers. Alright. So, while we are at this, I'm just gonna go ahead and, like, move these guys forward, right? While we're at this, I discovered something... Well, not so much discovered, but was rather reminded of something cool about Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn specifically, that I think you would be interested in.
Okay.
So, obviously, like, a lot of games inspire a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Or, like, a lot of, like, medium inspire a lot of other things, you know, nothing is original and all that jazz, right?
Yeah.
But, fun little fact about, Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn specifically, did you know that one of the more like notable influences for this game was Berserk?
Oh, the anime Berserk?
Yeah, the anime or manga Berserk, and in fact, Guts, the character Guts, is actually one of the major inspirations for Ike.
I mean, I didn't know that, but I can totally see it.
Yeah, like when you look at it, it's like, yeah, both are sons of mercenary leaders, both wield big swords, both like learn to understand the power of like relying on your friends. Oh yeah, we gave her the Daunt ability, which is really cool.
Yeah, so that's gonna lower his rate to hit and his rate to crit a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Whenever enemies are within 3 spaces of Nephany.
But, Guts actually was one of the big inspirations behind Ike's whole character. So much so that some people have actually said that, Ike is basically what Guts is if you were to bring Berserk to a younger audience.
Okay.
So I always found that neat.
I actually don't know that much about Berserk. Like, I know who Guts is, but I don't know much about the story.
Mm-hmm. In my opinion, it's actually one of the better anime/manga that you can get into if you're looking for something gritty and adult, while still having a really, really genuine heart. Damn, Boyd.
He just cut out that guy's genuine heart.
Well, there you have it. Alright, I also gotta remember, I do have to keep in mind those spaces. It's easy to forget, even if it's, like, so clear.
Yeah. What's good about it is that they'll forget about the spaces.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is one of the harder chapters at all.
No. Some people say this chapter is really hard for them, but I never have trouble with it.
Oh, I love that Daunt procs on anyone, no matter what the combat is.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a passive AoE debuff.
I love it. The effect you get from it is really cool, actually.
Alright, I think we're going to have these guys, like, come around this way. We can deal with them later.
Yeah, so you were saying you want to kind of keep the whole team united.
For the most part, yes. That Elfire Mage is going to be a bit of a problem, but I think we can actually deal with that just fine so long as we have a bit of a wall here. Oh yeah, that's a steel poleaxe. That's why it's not doing much. Yeah, let's weaken you first.
Gotta weaken him a little more than we thought.
Good work, Mia. Alright, now we can have Gatry finish him off. Perfect.
So a lot of people were saying in the comments a few chapters ago that they were hoping we'd recruit Zyhark to Ike's side.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that as well.
I agree narratively.
Narratively, absolutely.
I just don't know if our strategy will be able to support that. Maybe in the Part 3 endgame we can do it. It won't, like, really mean much there.
Yeah.
Because that'll be after the point where it'll make much difference. But I do agree that, like, it does not make sense for Zyhark to be fighting in this war.
Oh, absolutely not.
I feel like he would leave. If there's any reason why he's staying, like, maybe he just, like, feels bad about ditching Micaiah because he knows that, like, Micaiah and her team are very likely to die in this war.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, I have a good idea here. Okay, so this mage is the only one that can reach over here. So, let me just get a beat on everyone else just to make sure I'm not putting our squishy mages in harm's way of any physical attacks. And it does not look like we are. So, here we go. Let's do it. So, we're gonna have Reese come in, because Reese has, like, arguably the best resistance stat in the entire army.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't, like, looked at all of them back to back, but I know his is really good.
And then we're gonna have Soren come in with a Fire Tome and finish him off.
And they'll be able to survive the mage.
Yeah,
like,
especially because
that scratch.
Yeah, especially because that mage uses Elwind. So, yeah. I use the Wind Tome instead of the Fire Tome, but that's fine.
Oh, well.
Neutral.
Yeah.
Either way, Soren's not gonna die to this guy who's using an Hellfire.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. No, we're good. I actually meant to use the Wind Tome because wind is effective against... No.
Yeah, I think fire is effective against wind. We'll see in a bit. Either way, it's not going to be enough to kill Reese or... Oh, okay. Or you can do that.
Oh, monkey feathers.
Whoops. Alright. She'll be fine.
Yeah, that's not thunder magic that he's using, so we should be fine there.
Excuse me.
Yeah, dude, everyone's been getting sick. Like, literally 2 days ago. Is this a space that's darkened? No, right?
I mean, you can, like, examine it. If you look at what the terrain says.
Well, no, it all says cave.
Oh, Okay.
It doesn't look like it is.
I think that one is safe.
I just kind of want to move people forward, that's all.
Yeah, if we had the money, we could buy a whole bunch of heal staffs, and this is actually a really great way to train healers.
That's true, but unfortunately, we're broke!
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can flyers, like, deal with that? But no, it's not that it's, like,
yeah, it's
lava
from
pluming
above.
from below. It's, like, rocks that are flying from above. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's kind of silly. It's kind of very silly.
Alright.
Mist can catch up.
Yeah. Adjusting my seat. Makes sense that he would go after Jill.
Well, it gives Mist something to do.
Yep. For the most part, most of our, like, combat units are able to take one encounter no matter what it is.
Yes.
Unless it's, like, very specifically their weakness. Like thunder to wyverns or arrows to Pegasi.
Yeah.
Though we still don't have any Pegasi in Ike's army.
Marcia, where are you? She's with Crimea.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So we have enough frontline units that we can kind of make 2 walls for either side of this.
Yes, especially because, like... Okay, we gotta be careful with that. That's a crossbow, which we can actually take for us.
If we kill him, I think he'll drop it, yeah.
Uh-huh. Which, by the way, that's actually something we didn't do this chapter. We didn't bring Sheenan with us.
Nope.
I mean, I don't think he needs to be here right now.
I figured you wanted to, like, give other people a chance to catch up to Sheenan.
A little bit. So here's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna stay out of that range of that crossbow. Which is right here, as a matter of fact. Actually, that might not be too big of a deal. I actually might just put Ike here, along with a couple of others.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we want to do that?
Sure.
And Ike has just the proper amount of movement. Yeah, let's make use of the Etard.
Okay.
I'd rather get kills and, like, secure our safety more than anything else right now. Man, remember when Ike used to, like, hold his sword above his head, like,
Yeah.
awkwardly, and that's just, like, a big ball of no?
It's just like, I'm going to, like, waste the energy in my arm for no reason holding
Like,
this up.
seriously. Ooh, this is delicious, actually.
Oh yeah, attacking Kanto.
Yeah, and especially because they don't really have any swordsmen that can catch up, so yeah, Titania.
Sounded like I said to attack the movie and Kanto. That's not what I'm saying.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
Encanto was good.
Encanto was good.
You know what else was good?
What?
Fuck all you guys. Turning Red was a great movie.
Turning Red was fun! Like, yeah,
I really liked it.
Amber and I took a look at that yesterday, and we enjoyed it. Like, that was a very fun movie.
Yeah. Yes, I am also very mad at Disney for certain things, but you know what? I already had the Disney Plus account. They already have their money for that. So I'm gonna watch Turning Red.
Yeah,
show those artists I support them.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. That's a whole debacle in and of itself right now, isn't it? What's going on with Disney? But
yeah.
we're not gonna talk about that too much.
Yep.
But yeah, no, like I thought Turning Red was great. Funny thing about it, which I don't think either of us. I think both of us are mature enough to understand. Like we can talk about this, right?
Yep.
Is the fact that it. Like, in one particular scene, it talks about certain things that can happen with,
it talks about a young girl getting her first period.
Pretty much.
Not in so many words, but I mean, it is, like, explicitly that.
Yeah, it is explicitly that, but what I appreciate about it is that it kind of, like, handled it very naturally. It was just like, oh yeah, this is a thing that's gonna happen,
yeah.
And kudos to the mom for handling it in a way that I feel a mom should. Like,
yeah.
I think that is a really, really good representation of what should happen in those kinds of situations.
I think, as a society, we're all, like, a little bit too afraid to talk about that.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Turning Red is basically, it's a coming-of-age story.
Yes.
For a young girl. And it's about her finding her adulthood, and that includes the changes in her body and a sense of sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of, you can say that her, like, turning into a panda is, in a way, like, a metaphor.
Do we trust Nephany to come here? Kind of, like, take the heat off of these guys a little bit, take this guy out, and... Because
with Titania here, she's only going to take like 2 shots.
Yeah.
Even less so because she has a Daunt.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she can handle it.
I trust her.
It's not just about...
the whole Red Panda thing?
Yeah, it's not just... Like, the Red Panda is just kind of, like, representative of, like, gaining adulthood in general and a sense of identity and a sense of independence and etc. What's good is, like, part of that, like, the sexuality angle is, like, a part of it.
Yeah, it is.
And I think it's important for us to talk about that because that's a big part of growing up.
Quite frankly, like, that is something that I wish schools taught in a much more effective manner because, like, obviously this is going into, like, topics of, society in general has kind of been conditioned, as you said, to kind of, like, be, like, fearful or wary of that, when in reality...
Especially for girls.
Yeah. But, like, let's be real for a moment, guys. It's as natural as breathing.
Yeah.
Like, it is not something that everyone should be, like, generally nervous about. Like, it is as natural as eating or, like, going to the bathroom or everything else. It is nothing really that we should be wigging ourselves out about and be like, oh, this is like, oh, this is so weird. This is so, like, no, we all do it.
And, like, one criticism that's being thrown at the movie is that, like, some people who understand the metaphor are like, wow, so, like, this is, like, about, like, a little kid's sexuality, that's gross. But, like, no, it's not, like, encouraging children to not abstain from sex. It's about telling kids, like, hey, you feel really weird right now, this is normal.
Yeah.
Everybody feels that way, you're not a freak.
Yeah, seriously.
And I think the talent of it and similar things like it is that it can talk about puberty without sexualizing the characters. Because not a lot of things get that.
Yeah, and that's a really good way of putting it. It's like, we're just talking about something that happens naturally in the human body. It is nothing to be nervous about.
None of the women in that movie are sexualized.
Kind of in the same way, if I may get into something a little bolder here, kind of in the same way that things like homosexuality or sexuality in general, whether you're straight, you're bi, you're gay, you're lesbian, or ace or anything, should just be something that you can talk about naturally and not have it be some big deal.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely that, like, made things a lot harder for me, is that, like, I grew up very, like, afraid of the concept of sexuality because, adults got weird talking about it, so I just figured it was a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, little kid comic was like, oh, okay, don't worry about it, I'll just not have sex, ever. I'll just not think about it at all.
And that's, like, very detrimental. Like, I was kind of in a similar situation because, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't really get the full scope of just how important realizing that identity about yourself would be until college.
Yeah.
And that's also because, like, I grew up in a very conservative Christian Latino family, and if you guys know anything about Latinos, they are diehard about this crap.
Yeah.
It's...
Same for me, except the Latino part.
Yeah. And it was one of those situations where it was like, yeah, it was very detrimental because I couldn't... Like, not only did it make it so that I was nervous and, like, self-conscious about it, it got to such a degree that it actually, like, made things very, very dangerous for some people around me, like, up until college. And that's when I was like, okay, yeah, I need to step back and really analyze, what do I really want? And how do I really feel about this? And after I did that, I was like, yeah, it's just one of those things that, like, it happens to everyone. That's just how it is,
Yeah.
How did we get on this conversation?
We talked about Turning Red, which is a good movie. If you don't connect with it, like, that's fine. Not everybody has to like every movie. I'm just saying, like, no, it's not sexualizing children.
It really isn't.
Learn some nuance.
Like, how is she getting such critical? Is that because of Donut? Where's that 26 crit coming from?
That's a great... I mean, she has, like, a higher luck stat now.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. So we got Soren in harm's way, but it's from a mage, so he'll be fine.
Yes.